as a principal, it's all about engaging kids right now. So this idea of science instruction is like a top priority because we know it engages kids. We know that's what kids want to do.
Science is so engaging to begin with. It's a physical thing that you can see. It's all around you. Kids can dig into it. And it just turned out to be actually one of the brightest spots in our distance learning in the spring.
As we know, science is something that is around us everywhere, and it's been really cool to really get our students exposed to science at home and make that connection between what's there at home and what we talk about in class.
Sometimes they don't really realize that they're doing science all the time, and so we talk about that, especially right now we've been talking about predictions. And so putting it in their schema, like, what do you think is going to happen in that TV show next? That's something that they can really relate to and see themselves as scientists.
I didn't realize that it's doable because everything they really need is actually here.
So some of the ways that I've been accessing students to interact with science is through notebooking. And one of the things that I found was a very approachable way to get kids to think about scientific thought is that I've been focusing in on the 7 cross-cutting concepts. And then we have the children try to make up a model and film up what they have done, like, for example, cause and effect on a flip grid. And we get to talk and comment about that.
It's been really cool to get accustomed to using some of the online sites like Edpuzzle, Seesaw, things of that sort, that really allows my students to branch out and to do something outside of a textbook.
And we made stacks of Google slides. The kids reported back. They took pictures on their own cell phones and posted those on slides and taught other classmates how to take pictures and post them on Google Slides. We had great engaging conversations.
We did measurement, and so because a lot of kids don't have rulers, they do have a science journal, so I had them use that as their standard measurement. So we were able to do a little bit of measurement with journals, and lately we've just been doing a lot of observing the weather every day, which they can do and gets them outside.
I had them go get bread and just get Ziploc bags and have them have their own experiment. And the kids are just like, they would email me even at night. They're like, oh, I saw a little mold. There's just that little excitement.
I had a parent email me the other day, thank you for engaging my kid in science. And it was this kid just in his slippers in his house, like looking at a plant.
They had discussions at home, sharing their scientific stacks of slides and their notebooks. And I got nice responses also from parents that were so happy to hear from their student, hearing them trying the specific vocabulary of science and getting to be the resident expert at their house.
And so you can tie in these concepts of the nature journaling aspect, the question asking aspect of the fundamentals of science, that curiosity, and the 7 cross-cutting concepts of the NGSS in a digital environment. And you can really provide some punch to your science, make it personal and engaging and fun, because this is a challenge right now with distance learning.
I think that the opportunity, all we can do as educators is provide opportunity.
We can still do inquiry like we did in our classroom. The only difference is they're going to do a lot of those on their own, doing investigation. But I think it's going to be really good because from my experience this last couple of weeks when my students are doing their own independent inquiry, was that they're problem solving and they're being more resourceful.
What I have found is when we are collectively thinking intentionally about what those experiences are that we give kids, the payoff, the end result is so much more powerful and such a better experience for kids.
I see it as an essential. It's like that 3-legged stool. You have the English language arts, you have the math, and you have the science. And some of the best writing that they do comes from science. So I'm really excited about what we're going to put together right now in distance learning this school year. And I can't wait to get started. I know between the students and what I heard back from the parents and what I saw with my students, that it's totally worth doing.